Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Project Architect. How are you guys doing? Now, for today's video, there's a lot of things we need to do, but first let's address something, and that's the fact that XRI got removed from the mod pack. So, yeah, I kinda lost my village. And this is now very, very cursed. Like, very, very cursed. So, sadly, for as much as this will cost me, I think we have to move on from this area. I tried to even patch some of the path, but it's just gonna take like so much time to actually fix this village that I don't think it's worth it. But I do have like a lot of stuff here that I want to save up, so I'll keep those things in there, and whenever I need them I'll come back here. But now we got Explorer, and this is going to be my new home. We also have a shipwreck over here. We have some villages over here. I think this is one, and there's another one in the taiga biome down here, which is going to be pretty cool for us to get some villagers. I think there's also some other one over on that way, because we do have like one of those village signs. Yeah, one of those. I don't know which mod adds this, but whatever the mod it is, it's a pretty cool mod. Oh, this treasure is super close. Okay, I wonder if the art of the sea is actually EMCable. Well, it is. That's pretty cool. Some prismarine, more gold, and some food, and sure, leather tunic. So I've set up some things. I've set up my smeltery again. I've set up some workbenches over here. We have the carpenters and the mechanisms workbenches, which we have before, but I also set up the glass blower and the alchemy bench. The alchemy bench allows me to change like prismarine, glowstone, obsidian, and soul sand in some different types of blocks. You know, I'm using this glowstone over here, which looks pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. We have the glass blower, which changes the glass, which I use to do these windows over here. And the good thing about these blocks is that most of them, yeah, drop like a block. Even though they're like glass types and all those things, you don't need silk touch to break them. So they're pretty cool, you know, they look pretty cool. And I've given myself some space over here because I want to set up like some machinery over here so we can actually start producing some things. This is just a smeltery room. It doesn't need to be, I mean, it needs to be big because the smeltery is a 5x5, but it doesn't need to be that insane. I also have some lighting over here, which is pretty funny because you can headbutt it, I think. Yeah, you can headbutt it and then it swings. That's pretty funny. All right, so I've gathered up some resources over here so we can actually start doing this alchemical chest. So for that we need the low covalence, which, okay, it actually needs to be charcoal, so hold up. Okay, we have our charcoal, so let's continue with this. So we do this and we get some low covalence dust. We do this and we got some medium covalence dust. We do this, we got some high covalence dust. We grab this guy, we have our alchemical chest, and what are we missing? Now we need 4 diamonds and some obsidian, which we should easily have here. So 4 pieces of diamond and some obsidian. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. And now we could just do this and boom. We got ourselves an energy condenser. Let me go ahead and teach this, by the way. Just teach that and toss this dust in there so it teaches this thing as well. Also, I wonder like what kind of uses. Okay, it's for these roots and talismans. Okay, and I'm guessing this is the same. And this is, oh no, this actually has some alchemical bags, so okay, that's interesting. All right, but this energy condenser is basically what's gonna give me a sort of an EMC farm. And in order for me to get that EMC farm running, I'll make myself an igneous extruder. Now, I do need to make Invar, which is iron dust. And can I please make this in the smeltery? I think I should be able to. Let's just check the recipe for molten invar, which is 2 iron and 1 nickel. All right. And here we go. We now got our hands in the igneous extruder, and we can now go ahead and grab a bucket of lava, a bucket of water. We do need to make in some pipes from, we can use this item pipe, which is just 2 droppers. So do I have a dropper already? Okay, no. So we need a redstone dust. We can just grab some cobble. And this is basically an easy way for us to start getting in some EMC, like without actually needing to go mining, because that's basically what I've been doing at this moment. I just go mining and then come out and just process everything I can. And then eventually at the end of the day, I can actually just do some more things. But that's not ideal if you have access to this mod pack, or if you have access to the EMC. Like, I do have a decent amount of EMC for basic stuff, literally for basic stuff, because if I want to do anything a little bit more hardcore, which we will get into, we need a lot more EMC. This is just not gonna cut it. So now I'm just making myself this wrench, which is pretty easy and simple to do, as you can see. And if we grab all of these things, we also need ourselves just small chests. I'm gonna put this outside at the moment, because this is a basic setup, and it's gonna be very, very temporary. So I'm gonna dig myself a 3x3 hole. Can get rid of this real quick. Put the igneous destroyer in the middle, lava bucket, water bucket. Put a chest in here. Oh, it's not this chest. Yeah, it's the energy condenser that we need. We need this energy condenser. We put it right here. We grab a pipe. We can just put it there, and we shift right click there. So yeah, it's gonna start putting in the items into here. Now, this is a way for us to generate EMC, not directly, but if I just go over here and let's say I grab, I don't know, let's grab an emerald, because an emerald is gonna take a while. Basically, if I toss an emerald in here, yeah, this is basically going to consume all the items that are put into this chest, which means cobblestone, and we'll make them into an emerald as soon as this bar fills up. So basically we need 16,384 pieces of cobble for us to get a single emerald. So that setup can basically stay there forever and slowly but surely give us emeralds, which is pretty cool. But we can actually speed that thing up if we just do some hardened, there you go, these guys. If we just do the components, yeah, the components, if we just do some of these components, we can actually speed that thing a whole lot. We can then make it into a reinforced, and we can then make it into an resonant, but I think we can easily go up to here. But that said, if we just make like 4 of these swords should be good. So I went ahead and grabbed myself some stuff, a lot of uranium. As you can see, there's a lot of uranium in there, but I also already started, because I already had some uranium here. We started to doing some things, and we need to actually move on to reactors. This is one of the things that we do need to grab, so why don't we start? First of all, we need to grab these reactor casings, which they are very expensive. Then we need a piece of diamonds. We need a piece of redstone into uranium. And I'm choosing to go with the bigger reactors because they are incredibly powerful. Like, you can scale them to be very, very big. And they're just cool, you know, they're just pretty cool. Okay, now we also need to make some fuel rods, and that's 6 iron. We just grab ahead and, oh, not you. Why you? It's never you, man. It's never you. 6 iron, some graphite, And I think it's just one piece of uranium. There we go. And then we can just craft this. And the good thing about having this thing here is that we can now just grab like a stack. Just immediately pull out a stack out of there. Is it ideal? No, because this is very expensive. But you know, I am producing tons of uranium here, 11 blocks, and uranium actually will feed me a decent amount of EMC. So let's continue. We need that. We need the access ports as well, which is a piston and some chests. So chests, and we also need a piston. This is the way that we are going to have things getting inputted and outputted into the reactor. And we also need to set ourselves up with a way of not having this thing always on, because by default it will always be on no matter what you do. We also need these rod controls, by the way. These are expensive. Holy shit, these are really expensive. Let's grab just a couple of these and some graphite. Okay. The problem with having this thing always running is that you just keep wasting your resources over and over again, because you don't actually have a control over this. This one. Yeah, this one. I want to do it like a 9x9 in terms of rods, so let's pick up 9 rods. There you go. But if you leave this by default, it will always keep consuming things. Like, it doesn't stop even if it's full. So you need to come up with a way to actually tell it to shut off, and that way is the power taps. These bad boys will allow us to tell the machine to stop running and to start running. Because they can actually measure the inside of the power, like mostly the supply of it. If it has a lot of energy, it shuts itself off. If it doesn't, then it turns itself back on. And there you go. We now have pretty much all we need. We need the access port. We need this. We need this. We need this. We need this. Oh yeah, we needed something else. And I'm dumb. I was meant to make 4 of these, not 4 of these. Yeah, the power tap. We only need 1. We need to make 4 of those ones. Of the redstone port. But yeah, we wasted a lot of EMC making this. But as you can see, the uranium block just gives us 73,000. Like 2 of them give us 73,000, which is pretty good. Not gonna lie. But we do now need to actually set this bad boy up, and I'll show you guys how we do this. We just need to find a decent place for him. And the good thing about this is that we don't need it to be like near our house over here. So I think I'm just gonna put it like over on this general area over here, and then we can actually make its own building and all those things, because we are going to be sending the power wirelessly to wherever we need power to be on. So, you know, I said I wanted this to be a 9 rod thing. Yeah, so basically this will be a 3x3 in rods, and this basically means that I need another line of things here. So it's a 7x7 in terms of platform here. And then if I just go here into the middle, we can start placing in like the rods like this. Yeah, the fuel rods. And then we can go as high as we want, I think. Let's see how many a stack of these rods let me do. Because I'm not sure how high I want this to go, though. I think here is pretty tall already. Yeah, I'm gonna end it over here. We don't even need to use a stack. Yeah, and then we just put these guys here. Yeah, and to make it myself, like, make this easier on myself, I'm turning myself into a bee. Yep, there you go. I'm turning myself into a bee, so we can actually go up and down easier. So basically you want to do a structure now with these casings that's just gonna go all around this, and as you can probably see, a stack of these blocks will not be enough for you. You actually need to have a lot more, and yeah, we have to do a structure, do one pillar there, do another pillar there, and then fully encase this like on the road here, yeah, with this. And there you go. You then should have this thing right over here. And then let's start with the terminal. The terminal will go right here in the front. This will basically be the way that I can check on what's happening on the inside. We'll have the power tap here at the back, just because this is basically what's going to be outputting the energy. And then we do have to make the access ports, which I'm just going to put like one here and one over here for ease of access. And let's put redstone power tap there, and there you go. Not the power tap, the ports. Yeah, let's put the ports there. Basically, now I need to fully encase, like fully block this out. Yeah, but we also need a block here. We can have this running like exactly how it is if we just close it with either casings or reactor glass. We definitely can, but there's a small issue with that, and that's we will be wasting a lot of power, because we would have this thing so hot that it wouldn't be able to like maintain a lot of fuel. It would just burn, like continuously burn and burn and burn fuel, and that is very bad. That's something that we do not want. So I'm just putting glass here because I really like this glass. Like I really like this glass. And we can actually go ahead. We can't use these blocks anymore because if we actually put a block here, it will try and detect it as a part of the reactor, and that's not what we want. So I need to grab some other blocks and fully close this off, and then grab something to act as a coolant. So my block of choice will be silver, because of all the options that I had, this is like the cheapest version. I thought about going with Electrum, but Electrum costs 11,000 per block. Then I thought, okay, maybe we downgrade a little bit. We go into gold. Gold is 18,000 per block. Okay, so maybe definitely not gold. And just as I was about to give up on blocks, I saw silver. Silver is actually not that bad. It's actually like 4,000 per block. We can get tons of silver as well, or we can get tons of it with the EMC. And do I need to close something else though? Oh yeah, the top. Boom, and it turns on. If it glows like this, then you know it's actually functioning the way it should be. And now you can have easy access into these things. And we now need to set up this guy into being the output, and we do need to try and do some redstone over here. So I'm gonna put like some blocks, like sending signals from there to there, and this one sending some signals like this. This is basically a little bit of a temporary setup, so don't worry. So let's go ahead and set this up. We also need to set up the input and the output on the other side for the waste and whatnot, because this will be producing some waste, though it's actually not that much of a waste. Believe it or not, it actually has a use, so it's not just complete garbage. And what we're gonna do is we'll make this guy pulse, and we will make this guy pulse, and we want this guy to pulse when it's below, and we'll give it when it's below 15%. Yeah, when this guy is below 15%, which it is right now, it's gonna send in a pulse, which we can just go ahead and take it all the way over here, and then we can go come to this guy. Yeah, just put it like this. We're gonna make this shorter actually. There we go. And now we need this guy to trigger while it is above, let's say, 90%. So whenever this thing has a 90% capacity in terms of stored power, so here it will shut himself off. And now if we put this thing here, it's on, but it has nothing to produce anything from. So let's give this thing some uranium. And if we go over here, yeah, we can see the uranium starts pumping in. This needs a lot. Those 37 ingots are done. Yeah, it takes 180 ingots of fuel, as you can see. And I gave it 37, so we need to go and grab some more. I also switched this guy, by the way, into giving the uranium. And as you can see, we got like 2 a second, so it's gonna take like 8,000 seconds in order to give us a single piece of uranium. So that's a lot. So we need to definitely bump up that production right there with some things, and we'll get onto that in a bit. But where did I have some uranium over here still. Yeah, we do still have like 3 blocks into there, so let's put those guys getting out, and we can directly toss the blocks in there as well. So it's not just the ingots. If you have it in the block form, you can also just toss it in. It's easier, it's definitely easier, you know. You can just toss this thing in here, and you can see it's already went up. And since it completely filled itself over here, it shut himself off, so he's not using any of the fuel. And since the energy is still here, we're good. It's not using any type of energy right now, so we're not losing anything. Hi, it's me. Yes, drown flow. Yes, I know. I came down here into the mines because there's something we need to do, and that is get this piece of redstone onto that piece of bedrock, grab an obsidian, and I think we need to punch it. There we go. Let's get ourselves some flux dust. Flux dust will allow us to make our flux network, and with the flux network we can now start to use the energy we're grabbing from our reactor into powering some machines. And there's also these guys over here, the uraninite. We can actually use these guys over here as well into making another reactor from power. But I think I want to keep this the one that I have. And you want to know something good? I'm not taking fire damage. Yeah, I don't take fire damage anymore, even though I'm drowned. Yeah, you know, I can swim in lava. Yeah, that's pretty cool, right? Yeah, basically I got myself trinket, a blaze heart, and this one seems to be like a very rare. Yeah, this is a rare one. It gives me immunity to fire damage, so that's pretty cool. We can just be out here in the mines and we don't actually need to worry with lava anymore. That's pretty cool, especially in the nether as well, because there's a lot of random lava. And you can see that these mines as well, something that I haven't shown, these mines, they're filled with stuff. Yeah, very filled with stuff. I'm also starting to grab these fiery glass from Druidcraft, because you can actually make fiery torches, and it says here that they are a little bit brighter than a regular torch, and they're waterproof too, so that's pretty cool. I don't think we can actually do anything else with them. Of course you could also burn fiery glass, but maybe those torches would look good, you know. Okay, so we needed the flux dust so we can actually start messing it with some of these flux networks, but that means we also need to make a bunch of these flux cores. So let's go ahead, like 40 of them. Yeah, 40 of them should be good. And we do need to now do one flux block, which will allow us to make ourselves a flux block. And the flux block is what we needed to go ahead and set up our network. And we just go over here, we go into the back, we come to back of the reactor. Yeah, right here. And we just put this thing here. And now we need to create ourselves a network. So let's create our network. It can be my network. Since I'm playing alone, there's no need to put a password, and security, we can just make it public and we'll create it. And now it's sending power into my network. That's pretty cool. So whenever I need power, I just need to get myself a flux point, because that's what you're going to do right now. And with that flux point, we just need to set it up so it has the same network as that thing over there, as the flux plug. And with that, let me see if is this just receives. I need to make a flux point. Where is it? So we need, oh, there we go, a block of redstone and the flux core. So let's go ahead and grab ourselves like 3 flux points for now. There's only a small thing about this mod, is that flux cores and flux dust, they cannot be turned into EMC-able items. So we do need to store them. But now, if imagine I had any machine right here, I could just put this thing here. I'll toggle into our network and boom, the machine will get power. So now we need to start working on some machines as well. But I also found this book over here, Arcane's Weaving. This is from Ars Nouveau. This is a spell book, and this is pretty fun, you know. I've been taking a look at what you can do with some of these things, and I think I want to get like a little bit into Ars Nouveau. Like definitely. Like, look at this. Yeah, and just does like 3 beacons of energy basically. But that's a small thing. This is a projectile. It splits into 2 and then it snares, and there's an extended time times 2. This doesn't do damage. This is literally a root or a snare to any mob that I can find. If there's mobs, yeah, there's a bear here, or a raccoon. Let's see if this guy moves. Yo, bear. Oh, there it is. Yeah. See those particles? He's snared. He can't move. And it lasts quite a while. Though, what's the actual utility of this book? I don't know. But like this, we can probably keep finding a lot of these different types of books. I found this in a random chest down in a random mine, and on one random chest as well, but from one of these towers. Not this one, I haven't checked this one, but I need to check this tower over here. We got this sword. Yeah, we have this sword. This sword has Iceborne. This sword has 7 attack damage plus 7.27 cold damage. I one-shot a lot of mobs without critting. If I crit, I can one-shot even more. Oh, apparently I've never killed a sheep. Huh, that's funny. But yeah, this sword does a lot of damage. And something I noticed is that these guys, they never stop growing. Like, they never stop growing. And I wonder, like, how much HP that guy has, and if I can make, probably not this sword, but if I can actually make one sword with all of these enchantments from this mod, that will actually allow me to one-shot like those whales or something like that. Like, that'll be pretty fun if I can just go to that whale and just one-shot it. Oh yeah, and like that sword, we also got ourselves a netherite helmet. Though this netherite helmet, even though it's pretty cool, like it adds like 1.72 armor and it had some max health. So I don't even know what that means. It's definitely better than this one, the plain armor. Like for the long shot, like really good. So I might use this until I actually give my plate armor some upgrades though. But yeah, we do got ourselves a netherite helmet, which it's EMC-able. The only issue with this is that the EMC-able part is not that great, because if you
put this into the table, into the transmutation table, you will lose the enchantments, or whatever you call these upgrades, I guess. Yeah, you just lose them. And so, before we wrap up the episode, let's open some of these buddy pack cards. And, oh, we got a lucky pull. Oh, what was it? This one? The creator? Yeah, probably. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I'm opening these guys up because I want to get my hands on body armor later down the line. And why are these guys shining? They're just shiny? Ooh, that's pretty nice. There's also some in the floor, and this all brings me into what we're gonna do on next episode, which is address some of these random chests, because with all the items that cannot be like not cooked, sorry, I'm thinking about cooking this beef, oh my god. All the items that cannot be turned into EMC, we do need to do something with that, and in order for me to do something with that, we need kind of a storage, so we will definitely go into refined storage. We do have the power to feed it for as long as we need. Oh, those are the 2 extra hearts down the bottom. Oh, that's pretty cool. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Nice. But yeah, we do have that guy just powering wherever we need. I actually don't know how much power the thing was generating, by the way. It has 21.5 million RF. That's pretty cool, and it filled up very fast, by the way. How much we can check? I mean, we can check through here. It still has 55 buckets or 55 ingots, which that's pretty reasonable at this point. This thing is slowly gonna give us some ingots, so I'll just leave this thing running for a while. But on next episode, we're gonna dig into refined storage, and we'll also dig into some automation and to better EMCing things, because even though I know this is pretty cool to start getting some resources, we can make this a whole lot faster. So that's all the time I have for today. It took me a really long while to actually move some of the things back and forth, because I had to fly over there and bring things here, and then building and planning and doing all these things. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't, and see ya in the next one. Bye.